I really hope that it's a joke.
That this is so important to me. Why are humans so fragile?
I can't be who I am. Like, a part of me was just taken from me for the 9 months. My name's Mandy. I'm a software engineer, but I love snowboarding, rock climbing, and lifting. March 31st, 2019, I popped my left knee ACL. It was my first day trying skiing. I've been a snowboarder all my life, and this is the end of the season. I was like, why not trying something new? What could go wrong, right? I was taken down by patrol. They told me that it was probably just a sprain because my knee still had full range of motion. I didn't have much pain in my knee, and that it wasn't very swollen. However, I've heard like tons of stories from my friends about ACL. I know something was wrong. The next day, I went directly to an orthopedic surgeon, and he was very experienced. He told me right then that 95% of the chance my ACL is torn. An MRI is needed to be sure, but I have to maybe mentally prepared for the worst, which is surgery.
Today is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2 days after I had my knee injury. I really hope that it's a joke. I did a bunch of research today just to be proactive and know my options before I hear the news. It's pretty much inevitable that I have to have a surgery. Like, basically non-surgical treatment is for people who are old or like people who don't do that much activities in the first place. Then it probably doesn't matter to them that much. They can just leave with a compromised knee. But I know for sure that I don't want that.
It was devastating. I lead a very active lifestyle. Everything that I do requires a highly functional body, and those are the things that makes me sane. Those are the things that make me who I am, and those are the things that define me.
I can't stop snowboarding. I can't stop lifting and climbing, and like there are so many more that I still haven't discovered.
So I just talked to my mom about my injury. I was feeling really bad about the situation, so I wanted to talk to my family. And I kind of feel like it made it worse. I mean, of course she's worried and everything. But then she started lecturing me about like how they're always worried, like how I shouldn't be doing all these things like from the very beginning. Like, I'm so sad that they don't understand. Like, even now that I've torn my ACL, the thing that I'm really sad about is that I'm missing out. I'm missing out on like maybe half a year of active life.
I can't really imagine like if I can't do those things ever again, or like to the same level that I did them before, how much of an impact it had on me. Like, I just, like, even just for the rehabilitation period, which is about 9 months to a year, I can't be who I am. Like, a part of me was just taken from me for the 9 months.
They don't understand. They don't understand how important it is. My life is not just about being safe. Like, of course nobody want to get injured. I don't want to get injured. It sucks. But asking me to fucking give up on living an active life and snowboarding and everything just because it's not safe, it's not 100% safe. I'm just so sad that they don't understand. That this is so important to me. This is how I feel alive. This is how I feel like myself. this is how I feel like I'm free, that I'm worth something. This is how I feel comfortable about myself.
And no one knows what will happen after the 9 months. Am I ever gonna be the same person ever again? I don't know. For the past 24 years of my life, whenever I fill out like medical records, I just blindly fill no for everything. I mean, I had like elbow dislocations procedure before, but like nothing surgical or big enough to be carried into my record. And from now on, I can no longer write no for everything. And it's possible that there are activities that I'm no longer eligible for ever in my lifetime. And I'm just not a perfect person anymore. I'm not 100%. I'm not a perfect person anymore. The entire week after injury, I was completely depressed and giving up. I normally live a very disciplined life. I have 8 hours of sleep every day, work out every day, eat healthy, meditate, all that good stuff. However, for that 1 week, I was living like a walking dead. I didn't go to work for a couple of days. I was eating shit. I was sitting all day and crying and crying and crying. I basically allowed myself to be a whiny piece of shit for a week. Flashing back to last year when I dislocated both my elbows from rock climbing, I was doing much better at staying positive and focusing on recovery. But this time, I was completely beaten.
And I want people to tell me that it's gonna be okay, you're gonna get back to it soon. But this time, I don't know. I feel like the thought of having surgery, it's so different.
I do think that was needed though, to be not okay. Everybody in the society nowadays are dealing with some shit. I think we all have those moments where we truly just feel like we're not okay. But the society keep telling us, oh, you can do this, just stay positive and pushing through. But no one ever say that it's okay to not be okay. It is okay to be vulnerable sometimes, to admit that you need help, and to acknowledge that you needed some time to get back to normal. That was what I did, and that's what I needed. The week of allowing myself to not be okay not only helped me to let go of my anxiety, but also brings me the motivation to go back on track again. By the end of the week, I was so tired of the negativity of eating shit and not sleeping and all that. I knew deep inside that I wasn't like that. It wasn't who I am, and it wasn't what usually makes me comfortable. So I kind of set a deadline for myself the Monday of a week after my injury. I told myself, before Monday, do whatever the crap you want, keep yourself together, do whatever. But then after the Monday, you have to start over and go back to your normal life. Reality is, after the first few days, my knee was actually doing pretty good at walking and doing most of the daily chores. So there really isn't anything that stops me from continuing my life with my daily routine. Maybe except for my workout routine, which even for that, I managed to do a little bit of upper body exercises every day. It can't compare to the level of intensity of the workout I used to do, but start small. A little bit is better than nothing, and baby steps. Once again, I remember back then when I had my elbow dislocation recovery, even with both my arms in casts, I tried to do everything I possibly could by myself without help of others. And 2 days after the casts were removed, I went straight back to the gym. People tell me like, oh, you're crazy, take it easy, rest it up. But only I know that the best thing for recovery is to feel normal again, is to treat myself as a healthy person again. It's kind of like fake it until you make it. Once you get the mindset right, the true recovery starts from there. This is something that nobody can help you with. This is something that I have to do it for myself. It's all about being proactive. Nobody can tell you what you can do unless you yourself wanted to do it. And nobody can tell you what you can do unless you yourself don't believe in that.
I'm very normal. Not 100%, but I'm normal except for my knees.
It still gets hard sometimes. When I see my friends snowboarding, working out, going to places, it's like everybody's life just goes on without me. I feel very left out, and I actually quitted most of my social groups just to not see people talking about things. It's a pretty harsh feeling, like I have to admit. I canceled everything I planned for the next 3 months. I was originally gonna go to EDC. I was going to a snowboarding summer camp in Oregon, and now just seeing people talking about these things was such a pain for me. People felt sorry for my injury and offered help, saying, "Oh, let me know if you need anything," or even came to see me at home. I really appreciate those, but only I know deep inside that what I really wanted, what I really needed, was to be there with them, to be in the community and to live normally again. This made me realize how privileged I was to be healthy and have a fully functional body. It's only when you lose it that you realize, oh wow, like I've been blessed with this all these time. Yeah, I was not grateful for it. I keep asking for more, but I neglected all the things I already had that was granted to me. Now today is April 20th, 2019. I have 4 more days until my scheduled surgery. I feel hopeful, positive, and actually very grateful. Despite the upcoming difficulty that I might face, both physically and mentally, I still have a very high chance of full recovery because I'm young, healthy. I also have the best medical resource I could possibly get. A lot of people can't even have these. You know, they either have a more severe injury that's more complicated and incurable, or they simply just can't afford the medical procedures. Lucky for me, everything, it's in my favor.